matchup again.
And it is.
So Druid, in some capacity, is going to win 4 out of the 5 matches in this first series.
Yeah. And the only match that it didn't win, it wasn't even in. Didn't even have a chance to be in.
No chance, right.
But this is what we see a lot of the times is once we get to game 5 of the blind pick stage, the majority of the time the players just go with the exact same matchup that they went before. Because usually, unless it's a blowout victory in one way or another, they picked that deck for a reason in the first place.
You're right, but it's also starting to change. Players are mixing it up a little bit. They're like using one round to like feel out their opponent and see like how this matchup does, and like, well, actually, I don't like it anymore. Or even worse, like they queue up the matchup thinking it's good, and they get the matchup that they want. You're like, oh, I'm picking my Hunter because I think it's really good against the Warrior. Then you notice like he has 4 extra cards you didn't see before.
Yeah.
That ends up being really good, and you get like, oh, I want to switch.
This time they don't. And it's an uphill battle for Kitkatz, I think. It's not very often where you can break through that much taunt.
Remember, both of them did have Wild Growth, and looks like Gooby has Wild Growth again.
Nourish as well.
Ooh. Wait. So Kitkatz is the one with the Shade, right? Because he has the Force of Nature. And Gooby's the one with Nourish. So he's going to coin Shade into Innervate Druid the Claw to try and get the tempo. Kitkatz, of course, pretty upset. That Wild Growth is so crucial to this ramp Druid.
For a non-Wild Growth hand, though.
For a non-Wild Growth hand, he's going to be passing next turn, which still stinks. But the fact is he could have been passing 3 turns in a row.
Yeah. Kitkatz has Innervate Druid the Claw and then a turn 4 Piloted Shredder play.
Right.
Pretty big deal.
Yeah, I guess he put this Druid the Claw in taunt mode, or do you go aggressive like Cat? Go full Cat. You know that your opponent has a lot of taunts available in his deck, and that extra point of health or 2 is really important.
Yeah, and if you're, it might depend on what he's expecting to come out of his hand on turn 5. Because if a Druid of the Claw taunt form comes out, then that's going to be a bad situation, because that's going to trade really favorably with the Druid of the Claw.
Yeah, I'm sensing a taunt mode here.
Yeah.
Oh man, it's full aggro.
Yeah.
I like it. I mean, it's one of those things where your opponent has to have it, but this scenario he does. Actually, maybe you can just utilize the Keeper of the Grove here and silence it. But again, for reference, imagine if he only had 4 mana this turn.
True. I mean, he still would have had Swipe.
Sure. Interesting. Wild Growth coming here on turn 4. Not going to be useful right now. Is it a Keeper of the Growth, or is it Pilot Shredder? Probably Pilot Shredder.
Piloted Shredder sets you up for stronger board, and the Keeper of the Grove's not going anywhere. So either way, you're either trading into the Druid of the Claw proactively, or you know your opponent's going to be forced to do it next turn out anyway.
Innervate, draw, gives him 8 mana this turn.
He can Wrath for 1, swipe, and Hero Power down the Piloted Shredder.
Well, you can Wrath. You'd Wrath for 3 to kill off.
Just to see what you get. Always check first.
It's pretty good. It's actually a very strong medium result. I like putting out Karen here too, just so that you can have him be a proactive threat as opposed to a reactive one.
Yeah, you noticed last game it actually sat dead in his hand for a long time because he never had an opportunity to play it.
Yeah. I mean, this is okay, but I still think in the back of my mind I enjoy the Karen to answer threats. It's the same way as having Karen against like Zoo to like try to fight value, or like the Yeti. It's not really the Karen, but the Yeti. Alright, Spectre Knight. Now, a good thing about Kitkatz is that this Shade started off early. It's just going to keep building up to just quite ridiculous proportions, where it might single-handedly take out an Agent of War.
Yeah, and there's no real rush to bring it out, because the Ramp Druid, the heavy Ramp Druid's doesn't put on much pressure unless you just have the worst starting hand possible.
Right.
They don't run combo, and a lot of the times it takes them a while to sort of whittle down your health.
Sure.
Their main goal is not to just kill you outright with damage. Their main goal is just to sort of outvalue you with cards. So keeping it stealth and just waiting for it to trade way up. Smart choice.
Now that said, I think the shade. Oh man! All right, well, hold on.
Spectral Knight off the top, turn 5.
You know, there's
Black
so
Knight
many
off the
better
top.
targets, though.
This is true.
You know, there's so many targets. I just got excited because it's like he does play the Black Knight.
But you have the shade, and it's hard to pass up an opportunity for
To kill.
a Black Knight on curve to kill.
What's tough is that it puts it at 1 health. Oh man, I think it's just too good to pass.
I don't know. That's a lot of
much damage.
It's just so much pressure, I think.
Right. It's just one of those things where you have to like evaluate. In your mind, it's like, well, this is the best chance I have. And he's forcing the hero power to attack.
Oh!
That's exactly what Kitkatz wants. That shade did 12 damage. Wait, is that game? No, he's 1 mana short. Innervate his game.
Yikes.
I think you go for it. I think you silence.
Yeah.
Wait, is there force of nature? No, okay.
Because you have swipe in your hand.
Exactly.
You're forcing him to heal up next turn, and he can't heal up and taunt.
Yep.
He'll have to heal up and deal with your own board.
Silence and then push through. I think Kitkatz may have denied Gooby yet another chance. Gooby needs Ancient of Lore. That's his only hope remaining. That Black Knight doing so much work here.
Wow.
And that's... Oh, wait. Unless Nourish could do something about it.
Nope.
No, looks like Gooby has conceded, and that's going to be it. Another open run has been completely squashed from Gooby. But you know what? This guy is a great Hearthstone player, and I think a lot of people need to be put on notice that he's not going to be going anywhere anytime soon. I think Gooby should be absolutely proud of what he's accomplished.
For sure.
He is the most consistent open player that we've had all season long across 8 weeks. He's qualified 3 times, and 2 of them he went to the main event. So it's absolutely mind-blowing how much we've been able to see him play consistently.
Yeah, he's gone through so many players. You have to think. Last week, I think, one of the weeks that he qualified, there was 700 players that entered the open tournament. And usually about 400 to 500 previous weeks. So being able to get through to the top 8, or even previously before that, top 4 of that so many player open bracket is really impressive. That was a high-level series, I think. Both of those guys played pretty exceptionally. Kitkatz, though, is the one moving on.
Stays alive, and he's going to await the winner of Firebat versus Tice. I mean, these names are, I mean, they're not going to stop. Firebat versus Tice. Of course, we have Lonely Link, another open qualifier.
Took out Raynad yesterday.
Took out Raynad. And then he's going to be playing Savitz. And then, of course, we have a Maz and Gar to wrap up the quarterfinals. It's going to be a wonderful day, guys. And we just had a great series. We have plenty more coming at you. Helping us bring to you this great content is our wonderful sponsors. We have Newegg, Cooler Master, Crucible, and Western Digital aboard this season. They've been supporting us, so the best way you can support us is to also click on the links and check out all the stuff that they're giving away. And as well as Plantronics, they've been signing on towards the end of the season. They're giving away headsets, you know, the cool ones you see all the times in montage videos on YouTube. You always see like the rig headsets, right, that they're giving soundproofing. Those are the Plantronics ones. They're giving away 2 of those. And there's also the Hearthstone Expert Packs.
Expert Packs!
Yep, to open up, you know, the Tyrians and your Angry Chickens and your Wisps.
And as you pointed out yesterday, higher dust value than
higher
GVG
dust value.
packs.
It's just the ratio.
For those of you guys who already have all the cards,
Sure.
this is actually more valuable
to
for
get
you.
the goldens.
Yeah.
So that way we all can get summon our inner magic gamey.
Definitely.
We're going to take a break, and when we come back, the second quarterfinals here at Week 8 of the Legendary Series. Stay tuned.